Once upon a time, deep in the woods, there was a teeny tiny caterpillar who was born with an itch for adventure. He wanted to travel the world, meet all kinds of fascinating creatures, and have a grand old time before he turned into a boring old butterfly and settled down. You know, the usual caterpillar stuff. But there was one teensy-weensy problem. This little guy was also kind of, well, you know, lazy. And since he was so itty-bitty, it took him forever to crawl anywhere. So instead of setting off on his journey right away, he figured he'd take his time and explore the little patch of woods right outside his cozy tree hole. Now, this particular part of the forest was a real hotspot for critters, from squirrely snails to grumpy beetles, chatty ants, and even a family of deer. It wasn't long before our little friend made his first critter pal, a goofy-looking snail named Gary. The two hit it off right away. They exchanged life stories over a nice, juicy leaf, and Gary even gave our hero some tips on how to get around the forest faster. See, Gary was a big fan of hitching rides on passing ladybugs. They fly you anywhere you want to go, he said, and they're always up for a good time. And what was a little caterpillar gonna do without a good laugh? But just then, a ladybug landed nearby, and when she heard them talking, she asked if they were having fun. "We sure are," said Gary, "but our friend here doesn't have a ride to wherever he's going." "Well, hop aboard then," said the ladybug. "I'm headed to the west side of the woods. That'll put you right near the river." And with that, the three of them were off, soaring through the trees and giggling all the way. When they got to the river, a friendly fish poked its head out of the water and asked if they were having fun. The ladybug said they were, but our hero had another question. "How do you get to the other side?" she asked, and the fish said, "Easy, just swim across." So while Gary and the ladybug took a dip in the cool, clear water, our hero decided to take a nap on a nearby rock until they were ready to head back. Now, as he was taking his cat nap, he heard a low growl. He opened one eye to see a pair of furry feet right next to his rock. Then a big brown bear ambled into view. "Hey there, little fella," she said with a smile. "Where are you headed?" Our hero explained his plans to visit all the critters in the forest, and the bear let out a hearty laugh. "That sounds like fun," she said. "I'm on my way to pick some berries. Why don't you come along?" So off they went, strolling through the woods with the bear pointing out all the best berry bushes along the way. But after a while, our hero started to feel a little funny. All the walking around and sightseeing was making him kind of hungry. And those yummy berries the bear had picked weren't exactly filling. "Say," he asked, "do you know any squirrels around here? I hear they got some pretty tasty nuts." Just then, a bushy-tailed squirrel scampered down a nearby tree. "You need nuts," she said with a wink. "I know just the place." And with that, she led them to a huge oak tree with dozens of fat, juicy acorns hiding in its branches. After gobbling up a whole bunch of acorns, our hero felt like he was finally starting to understand the true meaning of friendship, kindness, and the importance of trying new things. He thanked the squirrel for her help and told her he was finally ready to find his very own tree to settle down on. And that's when he noticed a beautiful milkweed plant with soft, comfy leaves just waiting for him to turn it into a home. So with a final wave to his new friend, our hero got to work building his very own tree. And in no time at all, he had a cozy little house all to himself. He took a deep breath, relaxed, and got ready to start his long winter's nap. That way, he could wake up in the spring and fly off on his grand adventure. Thanks for coming along with us on this adventure. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Good night, little one.